Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at something, well, pretty fascinating. A creative production workflow that feels less like project management and more like a ceremony.
That's a great way to put it, because we're essentially unpacking a system designed to take these really abstract, almost mystical starting points, dreams, mostly, and turn them into actual products.
Yeah, like a book, a video, a song, even a music video. And fast.
Right, incredibly fast.
And about those dreams.
Yeah.
We're being literal here, aren't we? The source material comes from this author, a really prolific one, like 150 books written. And they claim, get this, 95% of their creative ideas actually originate in their dreams.
Which is just, wow, and that apparently led them down this rabbit hole to build this structured, almost ritualized research and production process.
So it's like the dream is the spark, but the structure is what actually builds the fire.
Exactly. This system sort of acknowledges that inspiration is easy, but structure, that's the hard part. Whether the idea comes from a dream or, something more mundane like being asked to give a talk on AI, the whole process starts by nailing down three key things right at the beginning. What's the project's core purpose? What's its deeper meaning? And who exactly is the audience?
And that initial decision, that seems crucial. It sets the guardrails right. You have to decide, are you writing something poetic and accessible, maybe for creators or even kids?
Or is it, say, a deep dive for scientists? That upfront choice about purpose, meaning, and audience dictates everything else, the language, the style, the narrator.
You lock that in before you even think about generating content.
Precisely. So if that's the foundation, the philosophy, then the first actual step involves what the sources call the ritual prompt. Think of it like drawing up the architectural plan.
Okay, the ritual prompt. Let's break that down. The goal here seems to be loading most of the heavy thinking into this very first step.
That's the idea. Make the prompt itself the project compass, and then the index it generates becomes the detailed map. The level of detail required here is, well, it's intense.
Yeah, you see that in the example they give for the book, Portals to Possibility, Navigating Dreams with AI. The prompt for the table of contents isn't just asking for chapter titles.
No, it's demanding a whole mythic structure be woven in from the start.
And this is key. The prompt specifies the book must be narrated by Zoran the dragon. And Zoran isn't just any dragon.
Right, described as equal parts sage and trickster. This isn't just flavor text. It's a prompt engineering technique. They call it persona control.
So it forces the AI to maintain that specific voice across everything it generates later.
Exactly. It keeps things coherent. The prompt also demands things like ceremonial chapter titles, short descriptions for each, these interactive bits called dragon trials.
Exercises for the reader, basically.
Yeah, and even a poetic invocation from Zoran to start every single chapter.
Wow. So that forces the tone poetic, mystical, but also accessible and playful.
Yeah.
It stops the AI from just defaulting to generic language.
Right. The dragon persona keeps it specific, keeps it maybe a bit challenging to the AI in a good way. It prevents that blandness you sometimes get.
Okay, so once that map, the detailed index is created, then they move to generating the actual chapter content.
Right.
Like for the dreamer's key, introducing AI as your project ally.
Yes, and they reinforce the persona again. They give the AI an example of Zoran's voice to aim for. Scholars say worms are metaphors. I say metaphors bite.
Ah, okay, that definitely sets a standard. Snappy.
It sets the bar for personality, right? And the output for the chapter itself isn't just a block of text, it's structured. It needs Zoran's opening, quote, a new poem by Zoran,
Another poem.
a dragon trial exercise, a suggestion for a relevant YouTube video, and even a list of references.
So it's designed as this multi-layered educational piece right from the first draft.
Pretty much, which leads us right into the next phase.
Yeah.
Shifting formats quickly. As soon as that chapter script is done.
It becomes the basis for a video.
Yeah.
Rapid prototyping.
Exactly. They take that chapter content and turn it into an explainer video using Notebook LM. And this part, the technical side is almost shockingly simple, but it's smart.
The sources lay out just 3 steps. Step 1, upload the chapter PDF to a new notebook. Simple enough.
Step 2 is where it gets interesting. The prompt they use inside Notebook LM, it's just one word.
One word. What is it?
Summarize.
Wait, really? Just summarize. Summary tools usually just spit out a few bullet points. How does that create a whole video script?
Well, that's the interesting thing about how Notebook LM apparently works in this context. When you feed it that PDF, it doesn't just glance at it.
Mhm.
It processes and indexes the whole thing first. It understands the structure, the flow, the key points.
Ah, I see. Because the input from the ritual prompt was already so structured and coherent.
Precisely. So when you hit it with summarize, it's not starting cold. It's building a script based on this source material it already deeply understands.
Right.
It pulls out the key narrative thread and structures it for presentation.
That makes sense. The initial rigor pays off later. Okay, so
Yeah.
step 3 is just click the video overview button.
Yep. And wait about 5 minutes. Then you get a script, slides, even voiceover timing cues.
And the quality. The author seemed impressed.
Hugely impressed. They said the new version was, quote, 100 times better than the last version they'd tried making manually. Went from a C+ to an A+, apparently.
Wow. And absolutely incredible graphics.
Yeah, and again, that likely comes back to the source material. Because the text was so well structured, the AI could generate relevant dynamic slides and visuals that actually illustrated the concepts, like those dragon trials, effectively. It wasn't just grabbing random stock photos.
That seamless handoff is key then. The script feeds the video.
And the video then informs the next layer, audio.
Right. The song.
Exactly. The process flows straight into creating a theme song for the book, about a minute long, using Suno, the AI music tool.
And the song's called The Dreamer's Key, naturally.
Yeah.
It has to match that mythic Zoran tone, right?
Absolutely. They quote the chorus, "Oh, the dreamer's key, it's turning fast, unlocking futures from the past."
Okay, definitely captures that vibe.
And to make sure the music sounds right, the prompt engineering in Suno gets really specific. The style prompt asks for ethereal cinematic pop with mythic undertones.
Specific moods, too.
Yeah. Uplifting, mystical, and inspiring. And they didn't stop there. They even listed requested instruments.
Like what?
Ambient synths, soft piano, shimmering strings, and warm male lead vocals. Very detailed.
So they're really trying to ensure the music feels like it belongs in this world they've built, the Dragon's world.
It highlights this idea of parallel creation, doesn't it? The song isn't an afterthought. Its lyrics, its style, they're derived directly from that initial ritual prompt, the core theme. They're basically creating the book's soundtrack while creating the book.
Which brings us to the final piece, the visual climax, the music video, putting it all together.
And this is where you really see the speed contrast. Making a polished music video, say 3 minutes long traditionally, that could easily eat up, 15, 17 hours just in post-production for a small team.
Yeah, rendering, editing, effects, it takes time.
But this AI workflow, the sources suggest it's moving at least 9 times faster overall.
Okay, but I have a question about the lightning speed part here. The song is, 2 minutes, 42 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
And the video tool they used, which is AI, specifically the LTX video model, it only generates 10-second clips at a time.
Right?
So, doing the math, that's roughly 17 separate video segments needed to fill the song. Doesn't that mean the human still has to write 17 really detailed prompts, one for each 10-second chunk? That sounds kind of exhausting, less like automation, more like intense micro-prompting.
That's a fair point, and it clarifies where the speed gain really is. It's not push button, get video. The speed is in generating the assets.
Ah, okay. So instead of spending hours filming or finding stock footage.
AI generates those 17 distinct high-concept visual pieces in potentially minutes. The human's role shifts. You're not the camera person or the animator anymore. You're the editor and the very specific prompter.
So the human takes the song file, takes those 17 AI-generated clips,
Puts them into an editor like CapCut, adds the transitions, maybe some overlays, focuses purely on the rhythm, the flow, making those 10-second pieces tell a story together. The AI handles the image creation grunt work.
Got it. So the challenge becomes crafting those 17 prompts well enough that the resulting clips actually fit together thematically and visually.
Exactly, and those prompts are fascinating because they really show that blend of myth and tech.
Like the one for the chorus.
Yeah, it wasn't just show a key, it was hyper-specific. A close-up, slow rotation shot of an ornate, antique-looking golden skeleton key embedded in a lock carved out of glowing layered code or data streams.
Wow, okay, that's a powerful image. The ancient key, the modern code. Visual metaphor right there.
Directly representing the book's theme. And for the first verse, the prompt was a dramatic overhead view looking down into an infinite glowing geometric spiral made of intricate microcircuitry opening up into a deep purple nebula.
Taking data and making it cosmic. I like it.
And they really aimed to stick the landing visually. The final prompt for the end sequence. A stunning panoramic view of a massive, interconnected, civilization part ancient temple, part futuristic city, built on a floating island in the clouds.
Okay, that's the big payoff. Zoran's world, fully realized.
Right. Fulfilling the promise visually.
So, thinking about what this all means, for you listening, maybe if you're a creator yourself, the big takeaway seems to be that AI here isn't just spitting out content. It's acting as this really rigid, almost mythic framework.
Yeah, it forces you to do that heavy intellectual lifting right at the start, in that ritual prompt. Define everything up front, which in theory cuts down on painful revisions later and speeds up the whole process across all these different formats: text, video, audio, visual.
It accelerates the output.
But this deep reliance on these incredibly specific, almost ritualistic prompts, it does raise a kind of interesting question, doesn't it? The whole thing starts with something spontaneous and abstract to dream. But then every single step is about codifying it, turning it into rules, into prompts. If the final result is spectacular, this amazing multimedia package, but every stage was dictated by this strict ceremonial framework.
Does it still capture that original spark, that unpredictable magic of the dream itself?
Exactly. When creation becomes this meticulously prompted ritual, what happens to the mystery? That's something to maybe think about.